It's a cute rom-com. And you know I love rom-coms. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Love Divided. It's a new Netflix movie. It's a Spanish rom-com. Yes, you can watch it in English. It sounds better in Spanish, not gonna lie. You have the two main characters, Valentina and David. Valentina is a pianist. She likes to practice for this audition she has coming up. She's starting over after leaving her ex, so she just moved into this new apartment. And she's excited, for this fresh new start. Then you have David. He's a game designer, an inventor, and he's working on his next project. He works from home. He doesn't do well with people, and he hasn't been outside in about 3 years. He has a best friend that comes over and brings him groceries. And he also has a cat named Murphy. They are neighbors, but they are not in the same building. It's very weird when I heard it. They share a wall, a very thin wall, a wall so thin you can hear someone pouring something in a glass. And the first night she's there, he tries to scare her. He starts playing all these weird sounds, and it freaks her out because it sounds crazy. And she runs out. And that's his plan, to scare her off because he doesn't want anyone over there, because he doesn't like the noise, because he has to work. And eventually she finds out that it's a person over there, because she thought it was a ghost or something. She had no idea. And they start talking, but it's not a good conversation. He's like, I want you out. I've been here first. You can move. And they go back and forth, like making noise to annoy the other person. And it just gets to a point where they finally have a truce, and then they start talking. And I don't know if this movie was inspired by the show Love is Blind, with the whole wall, you can't see the person. And they have conversation, and they start bonding over the music, surprisingly, because he knows music and he knows what she's trying to play and what she's practicing at. And he does give her some advice and some tips, and they start talking. And that's when we get the montage of stuff, where they put their beds to the wall together, and they start talking every day about different things. They still have their own lives where she has to, she got a new job, and she's dealing with like her ex, and with the audition coming up, and also her cousin, he's dealing with his best friend and like the business that they have because he sells games. So they are still doing their own separate things, but when they're in the apartment, that's where they spend time with each other. However, they never mention names. They don't say names to each other. They just say neighbor. And they describe each other. And that's what they do. They don't talk on the phone or anything. They've never met. They don't meet for the majority of the movie. They're just talking through the wall. And they just have this bond and this communication where they can share things with each other. And like I said, it's a cute little rom-com. There are some very funny moments where she thinks she saw him outside and she tries to talk to him, but of course the guy is oblivious to this because it's like, who's this random stranger talking to me? But I enjoy the side characters. Nacho is David's best friend. Carmen is her cousin, and then she has some people she works with. I thought they were cool. They were funny characters. We didn't spend too much time with them though. And the main characters, Valentina and David, are cool people to be around. They don't always speak up at the right time. Like, they let things happen before they speak up. But as the movie goes along, you see that she does start to be more confident in herself and, tell people off, essentially. But if you're looking for something cool to check out on Netflix, nice little rom-com, check out Love Divided. Had a good time with it. It's nothing crazy. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything, but just have people talk to each other between a thin wall. Those are just my thoughts on this movie. If you watched it, let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.